This video is presented by EA Game Changers. Thank you to EA for allowing me to take part in the early capture of Madden NFL 19. Although this video is presented by the EA Game Changers, please know that the thoughts and opinions in this video are strictly my own. Now, let's get into the video. What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and in this exclusive Madden NFL 19 video, we're going to be looking at a bunch of different things. We're going to be looking at the run game, trying to show off some of the new running moves, which are a little bit hard to do at times. Things like the one cut and stuff like that. There's a very small window for them, so it's kind of tough to pull them off, but just kind of trying to show off a little bit more of the real player motion because you see it more in the run game. So in this video, you're just going to see a lot of cut moves, but not only that, we're going to be kind of taking a look at the deuce close formation that has been so overpowered in the last 2 years, especially last year. We're going to run a lot of wham and a lot of stretch. It's not going to be like a whole wide variety of plays, but we're just going to kind of show, is the formation still too over effective, show off some of the runs. You're going to also see some, nice hit sticks in the video that are new to the game. You're going to see a lot of new gang tackling animations on the ball carrier and stuff like that. So this kind of just doubles as a video that can show a lot of new things about the game, but mainly kind of focusing on deuce close and focusing on the run game. A lot of people have said that they felt that Wham was not as good at EA Play. Now, the build we were playing on at EA Play, I believe, the build we were recording our footage on, I believe, was a later build, and to me and to some others, halfback Wham still seemed like a pretty decent run. As you're going to see in this video, there's a lot of times that I break the run for huge gains, and there was of course a good bit of times that it gets stuffed as well. I don't think it is as good as last year, mainly if you notice the tight end, he motions a lot slower this year, so he doesn't really quite get that same seal on the block every time as he did in the past couple years. But I would say all in all, from the brief time that I played, Wham still seemed like a very good run, just not as OP as last year. But there's still many times that it was a 5+ yard carry, but there were also more times that it did get stuffed, whereas in years past it didn't really get stuffed as much, so that's something to think about. But yeah, mainly just want to show off, running the ball, try to give you a feel for the real player motion. It's honestly one of those things that it's hard to show it on screen. You feel it when you play because you can actually feel how different the players are moving and stuff like that. So it is one of those things that you have to get your hands on the game. I would definitely suggest, if you're on the fence about the game or anything like that, play it on EA Access when it comes out. It's $5, or rent it from Redbox for a couple bucks when it comes out, and see if it's the game for you. Don't take my word for it. At the end of the day, I can't convince you that the game is good or bad. I think you need to try it for yourself. But if you just look at it, yes, it looks exactly like Madden 18 for the most part, but when you actually feel the way the player motion really affects the game, it feels like a new game. So gonna have some more clips here of the Wham. You can see some nice cut moves there by Deontay Freeman. It's a lot easier to hit the hole, make those sharp cuts when you let off of the speed burst. You're able to have so much more control over your running back and make crazy cuts. So gonna show a few more clips of this, and then we'll get into some clips of the stretch, or actually it looks like we're about to jump into the stretch right now. So in my opinion, the stretch, similar to the Wham in the fact that still seemed like a pretty good run, not as good as it has been the past couple of years, especially last year, but definitely more times than not in this video you'll see, right there, definitely got stuffed. But you're going to see, at least half the times I run it in the video that I get pretty good runs. And something else you're going to see a lot, especially on the stretch, is a little bit more use of some of the jukes and the spins. The jukes and the spins versus the computer haven't changed much in the fact that it's still very easy to fake out the computer. The difference this year is it's a lot harder to fake out a user defender if you get in good position. You'll see a lot of times in this video, I'm gonna juke and I'm gonna spin out, and the computer's gonna kind of dumb out, which is what they're supposed to do. Unless you put your ball carrier on conservative, you're supposed to fake the computer out a good bit of the time. But the adjustment this year, like I said, is with the user. If you are using a defender, if you are in good position, or if you strafe, your guy's not going to get faked out. And that's really the big upgrade as far as that goes, because last year it didn't matter if you were in good position with a user, you would still get faked out the same way the computer does. You would get faked out the same way every time. Now at least there's a reward for being a better user on defense, and that's what creates a bit of a skill gap, and that is what really should encourage people to get better on the sticks, because if you don't want to get faked out by a spin or a juke every time somebody runs the ball, well, you need to click onto your guy, get in position, strafe, and try to make a wrap-up tackle. You can see here, even a lot of times the computer is making a better effort to tackle than they did last year, but you're going to see in a lot more clips, more so coming up in a little bit, that they're going to get faked out a lot too, so you don't want to rely on the computer too much. You see right there, you don't want to rely on that, because that turned into an extra 3, maybe 4 yards, and in some situations those type of things can turn into a touchdown if you beat the last line of defense with a spin or a juke. So you definitely want to take advantage of learning how to be a better user on defense this year. But all in all, I'm kind of just going to let the rest of the video play out, not talk too much more. Just pay attention to a lot of the little subtle things. A lot of it is really hard to catch. It's more of a thing you feel when you play it, but watch the subtle cuts, watch the jukes and the spins, watch how the players react, watch some of the gang tackle animations, some of the hit sticks. Try to, like I said, it's hard to see the motion, but just try to pay attention to the little things, because that's kind of where it is with the player motion. The devil's kind of more in the details when you let off turbo, and you can make a lot more sharper cuts that you haven't ever been able to make before. So just keep that in mind. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, I will see you on the next one. Definitely make sure to subscribe, click the bell, because I do have more exclusive Madden 19 content still left to come. So if you're interested in that, definitely want to be on board so that you're notified when they drop. But as always, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you guys next time.